Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Unnecessary Rudeness. I am your host. Line. What's my name?
Cobal?
No, that can't be
Fetus?
right. I'm your host.
Porcupine cock?
I am your host. I have a name. I don't know what it is anymore. Here we have the Robe.
Eat my ass.
We have TommyNoSkin, who has been rocking back and forth. I think he's fucking a dog.
His arms are in splints. There they are, just straight out.
Currently fucking a dog.
They're busted.
This is
busted.
literally me sitting in a fucking chair.
Currently fucking a dog.
You-
TommyNoSkin. Who sits in a chair like this?
It's better you fuck the dog than the dog fuck you.
Is
Depending
that
on
an old Chinese saying?
Confucius.
It depends on who. It depends on who you are, really.
Yeah, it's in the Art
It
of War.
depends on the
actually.
dog.
Sun Tzu
Also
wrote
true.
that originally.
And as always, our sentient pineapple turned lady. Lady.
Hi, lady.
Blonde hair, quiet, small boobs.
Really? Small? Who are you calling small?
Nearly imperceptible.
Yeah, you have
Yours.
blonde hair and
You got-
small boobs.
You're flatter than the earth.
Wow.
Hey. I could change avatars.
You could. Doesn't make it real.
I mean,
In his mind,
True.
it does.
no. It does not. I don't. As fun it would be as it would be to have actual boobs for like an hour. I'm good on being a woman. I
You could always get bottom surgery, Cobal.
but why? I like my
Why
penis.
not?
I do things with it. How am you,
Rat
gentlemen?
bastard. Not bad. Not bad at all. What's on your mind there, Cobal?
Well, I have something quite interesting to start the show with. I know you know about this. We've talked.
Pray
I
tell.
wouldn't say extensively, but we've talked about this. You've been told about this. You've only seen this peripherally. I
I'm in
want
the
to
dark.
talk
I have
about.
no idea what you're about
You're
to
in
say.
the dark. I want to talk about quite possibly the greatest author ever. He is.
Oh, God.
You know who this is. You know who this is. He has written
Yeah.
amazing stories such as Pounded in the Butt by My Own Butt and Pounded in the Butt by the book Pounded in My Butt by My Own Butt. And
Is this J.K.
Buttception.
Rowling?
This is not J.K. Rowling. This is Chuck Tingle. Fucking
Get
Chuck
off Chuck Tingle.
Tingle.
Is that your alias? You wrote these, didn't you?
I wish I wrote these.
Sickening. Sickening.
He primarily writes a lot of gay not fanfic. He primarily writes a lot of homosexual, erotic stories. But the titles of them are hilarious. I have never read one. I've seen like a preview of one. Obviously, I've never read it.
Well, just to be clear,
Yep.
previous to you saying that he primarily writes homosexual novels, you said that you wish you had written them.
Yes. Because I wish.
Clearing that up. Just clearing it up.
Because I wish I could be this creative with something. He wrote a homoerotic novel, whatever. I'm not sure. What's the difference between novel and novella? I don't know. I think a novella is shorter. He wrote a homoerotic
Spelled
novel.
differently.
That's true. About the boat that blocked the Suez Canal.
Very interesting. Cricket.
I will
Cricket.
find some of these and put them up on screen because the names of these are hilarious. A lot of them involve like dinosaurs, or just random monsters. There was something about, macaroni and cheese being my lawyer as well as my girlfriend. It was super weird.
My
And
macaroni
here
and
we
cheese
have-
is a lesbian, and also
That's
my
it.
lawyer.
That's it.
Touch my hand.
This,
If you told me this was Stephen King writing this, I would have totally believed you.
remember I sent
You
that
really
book
should have
cover.
played that one out.
I sent that book cover in the group chat recently, and you saw it. I know my hands are going wild right now. There's a reason for that. Let me read the name of this really quick. Lesbian Ankylosaurus skater rims my bowl. And by bowl, I mean butt.
Yep.
That's a
Once
book name.
again, could have been Stephen King.
These books have, a lot of the times, have ridiculous names. And it's amazing. It's hilarious.
How long of a book is it? Is it like just a short story, or is he really just going into depth on these things?
I think it's in depth. Again, I've never read one. I read like there was like they gave you like a first chapter or so of one of them, so I could.
Sure,
I
sure.
had to read this. It was the one about
And
the
you were
Suez Canal.
enthralled.
I was, considering it starts out the one I read the beginning of the Suez Canal one, and it's not like. Wait, let me finish. And it's not like cheap smut, at least the part that I saw. It was literally about this boat inspector or something like that is being sent on a mission to fix the boat in the Suez Canal, and it's just like written. I wouldn't say well, but it's like it's written like an actual novel. It's amazing. Okay, fine. You finally.
Does he ever use the play on words with the ship bottoming out?
I don't know. I never got that. I never got that far. I never got to any homoerotic parts whatsoever. It was just.
You were hoping for it.
I mean, I was curious to see how a man fucks a boat. I'm curious to find out how a man fucks a boat.
You're a little bi-curious for it.
There was another one where it's the title is something along the lines of "I'm gay for my what is it? Billionaire jet plane" or something like that.
Does it star Elon Musk?
It could. It fucking could. But no, the jet
He's
plane.
In everything.
The plane was the billionaire.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's absolute insanity. Yeah. So I'm very curious to how one writes a man fucking a boat or a boat fucking a man. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But I
don't know. You could probably do it.
I mean, I'm sure there's, holes that you could stick your dick into on a boat. I'm sure there's plenty of them. You may not like it when you pull your dick back out, but, you could definitely put your dick in.
Not liking this. Not liking it one bit.
Someone would. Someone did.
That barnacle strewn aft just getting pounded.
Speaking of barnacles, I believe barnacles have the largest penis compared to body size.
No.
Yes. Something along those lines, yes.
I think that was me. No, it's me.
No, it was Danny DeVito. There was a tweet. It was someone saying that barnacles have like...
just has a third leg.
It wouldn't surprise me. It's Danny fucking DeVito.
That hideous wart of a human being just has the biggest dick. Holy shit.
Puts Ron Jeremy to shame.
Who is he married to? Was it Rhea Perlman?
I don't know. I
think it was.
Celebrity.
She played on Cheers.
Yeah, it was.
I just know her from Cheers. That was a great show.
Well, the only person I remember from Cheers was
you seen it?
Fraser.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fraser?
Kelsey Grammer. Frasier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, Frieza from Dragon Ball Z was on Cheers
There was
for
also
a few episodes.
another show just simply entitled Frasier that was just him. He had moved away from Boston.
You don't say. Really?
And he had his own show. And it's phenomenal. It's a great show. I highly recommend that actually to anybody that liked Cheers. Definitely go on to watch Frasier. You're going to love it.
Frasier was only a very big sitcom back in the 90s.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, look at me. I'm Cobal. Yeah, anal gland. Boop, right in the belly button.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Elon Musk, though, I know we just had recently brought him up. I thought it'd be cool to go kind of just give an update because we did talk about him in previous episodes.
Yes.
And it does look like Twitter is caving to his demands to produce more data as far as bots. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
He's getting the full fire hose.
He's getting the full Monty, the full Twitter Monty.
He's getting it all, yeah. He threatened to back out, and it would have been very bad for Twitter if he pulled out.
What's the dollar amount on the deal? It's like $44 billion,
yeah.
Okay, so now imagine putting up $44 billion on a deal and then not having all the data.
I know.
Like, that's a big matzo ball hanging out there.
I know. It's a
matzo ball.
That's a spicy meatball.
If the bots comprise more than what they're saying, which seems likely, but he's saying it's maybe upwards of 50 or higher a percentage.
Well, you saw that after this whole thing came about, that he wanted info on the bot accounts, that so many people saw their followers just nosedive. It dropped off a cliff. Which actually
brings me to an... Oh, yeah. It brings me to another point, too, with the bots. If they comprise 50% of Twitter, that's not really that surprising. It seems to have surprised a lot of people, but a recent estimate, and I think this was going back as early as like 2014, somewhere around there, they said over 60% of traffic on the web is just bot stuff. Like, it's not actual people. 60% of like web traffic.
I could see that, considering you have, search engines using this. I think they're called spiders. Reaching out, looking for different things, going through everything, linking and checking all. Yeah, I'm not surprised if it was a very high amount of just bots going through web pages.
So this is super interesting, and I know you've heard it and you have heard it because I've brought it up to both of you.
I was going to say,
I don't think you've heard it.
Does this go back to your dead internet?
So yeah, it does go back to my dead internet theory thing. I was just kind of browsing the internet, and I came upon this kind of rabbit hole called the dead internet theory. And just for fun, I was kind of like checking into this thing. It's kind of interesting. And basically, the idea of it is, yeah, exactly. Just jerking off over there. The idea of it is that the majority of the internet is actually dead. Like, it's not occupied by physical human beings that are searching or websites or anything. It's all kind of propped up like a Potemkin village. It's just kind of a facade. And that goes to the point where 60+% of web traffic is just like bots and stuff. And one of the interesting things I learned while I was kind of like browsing on that subject was that if you go to Google and you throw in a search of like just kind of any normal type of thing. So I picked trees for my search that I decided to do.
What the oh, wait. Oh, he's collapsed in on himself like a dying star.
He's being possessed by the demons.
Sorry about that. So I picked trees for my my scan that I wanted to put in. And it's super interesting. So if you go on Google and you search for any kind of random thing, I picked trees. You would think it would have like a bazillion hits on that, right? Which it does. You search in trees onto Google, and there's 6.38 billion results that show up.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, wow, that's crazy, right? Well, if you keep scrolling through the pages, by the time you get to page 26, the results go all the way down to only 261 results.
Really?
You lose all of those billions of search results. Now, if you back up a little bit and just kind of like, okay, well, what's going on here? If you scroll down all the way at the bottom of the page, it'll tell you that in order to show you the most relevant results, we have omitted some entries very similar to the ones that have already been displayed. So you're thinking, okay, well, they've omitted the ones that are similar, so that knocks down like billions of results. And then you can repeat the search with those omitted results thrown back in. So if you do that, what ends up happening is it goes right back up. And you have like 6 billion plus results. Well, if you keep going, by the time you get to page 44, 44, it happens again. It goes down to 435 results. And that's the end of the line. There's nothing else. Google doesn't give you any more entries. There's nothing more omitted. That's it. Why do they do that?
Because it's Google.
So bizarre.
Google controls everything. They can
but why put
censor
it on
the
the
internet
front?
just to make themselves look better.
I never knew that. I thought it was like kind of when you go down the rabbit hole on some of these things, it just turns out to be mostly bullshit usually.
Yeah.
But it's it's so weird. Like, why? There's only 460 something hits on trees. Like, one of the most abundant things on the planet. There's a bunch of different types. That's it. It's like 460 something results or whatever I said it was.
Especially with when did you do that?
Just last week or 2 weeks ago.
It's kind of interesting seeing as though they just had like the plant 1 million trees or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And
Plant only 436 trees.
It's just weird that they just had a whole thing about. I mean, you got Australia forests, the rainforest, and you got them planting trees, and you only get 400 some odd results.
Well, yeah, and the oddest part is it's like I can understand the initial like, oh no, look at all these like billions of results that you could potentially go through, and you're like, oh wow, and then, but they like the way they do it is kind of fucked, right? Because then they're like, oh no, don't worry, like there's ones that we've omitted from it, but you can search with those omitted ones back into it.
Yeah,
and they're not there. They only add a few more. It's weird. Something ain't right, I tell you.
No, it wouldn't surprise me if there was a lot of bullshit going on behind the scenes with the big search engines. Has this been tried with Bing or Yahoo or something that is obviously not Google based?
Well, a lot of the other searches use like Google by proxy to come up with their results.
I don't think Bing.
It's kind of one ancestral relation. It's kind of one big ancestral relationship.
I don't think Bing is going to be using Google though, because they're a direct. Bing was put out as a direct competitor to Google.
You don't think they share some of the hyperlinks and stuff?
Well, they're going to have the same. They're going to have similar. They're going to have their own like spiders that go out to collect their link database. So they're going to have similar link database, but I don't think that Bing is going to be using Google as a base.
Well, and here's another interesting thing, right? So like
it wouldn't surprise me if like It wouldn't surprise me if like DuckDuckGo or Quant, I think though, and some of the smaller search engines that said they don't collect your data, it wouldn't surprise me if they use Google as a backend. But some of the bigger ones, it would surprise me if they were going to do that. But sorry, I didn't.
No, that's fine. I'd also be really curious to try the same search, try to get the same search results with using those other search engines. And maybe I'll do that coming up, and I'll report on the next episode. I'll just give a quick update on what I found.
Yeah, because we all know Google manipulates the internet. You know, they can kind of control it, so they do manipulate the internet. So it wouldn't surprise me if they were doing something like that to make themselves look better.
Another really interesting thing I found real quick, this will be the end of my dead internet theory thing, is that over 49% of the Supreme Court decisions stuff that they put online, 49% of the hyperlinks don't work anymore. And it's like, those aren't just like, it's not like I'm looking up trees and it's like stupid. Like, that's like actually really important things by the highest court in our land, and like the hyperlinks don't work anymore.
That's something that should be taken care of by who's ever maintaining those records. So if it's the federal, I'm guessing the federal government hosts those Supreme Court rulings on their site. They're the ones that need to make sure to archive whatever they need to link to. And that's just a failing by the government. I wouldn't say that's anything from, the internet itself. I think that's just a failing by the government. Because let's face it, a lot of people in Washington don't know how the internet works. I'm sure there's still some of them that think...
I think that's become abundantly clear in some of the hearings.
It wouldn't surprise me if some of them still think that the internet is a series of tubes, and that it's delivered to that your internet is delivered to your house every day in trucks.
And in bottles.
I know.
It's the internet, man. It's like the milkman. The internet man comes and,
drink
10 months later you have a child. It's the internet man's kid.
Yeah. You drink one of those bottles, you become Freakazoid.
Yeah, it's funny. I just think it's just something bizarre that I found out, like kind of by accident, just looking around.
I watched that video. It was definitely bizarre. I'm not sure what I thought of it. It's definitely bizarre.
That's old hats anyways. The internet, who's going to use that anyways? It's going out of style.
Tommy, did you watch that video as well? The video that he was just talking about the dead internet theory.
No, I never watched it. I didn't get around to it.
You don't get around to anything.
No, you don't. You can barely take time to respond back. You barely work on Twitter. The easiest job out of all of this. Oh, we all know you don't have any stuff to do. You're just busy fucking the dog.
I didn't say that I had stuff to do. I said I had a busy life.
Yeah, busy fucking the dog.
He's abusing the dog upstairs again. Clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap.
I'm just going to put in random dog whine sound effects. Anyway, so. There we go.
Prolapsed. Speaking of prolapses, TommyNoSkin has a story.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the?
Remember you were telling me about prolapses.
You went to Taco Bell again, didn't you?
The fuck was I?
Here's a question. Here's a question. With any kind of prolapse, whether it's an asshole, whether it's a uterine prolapse, how do you get that back in? You just push it, just a finger, push it back in.
You got to use a sub pump.
Shove it. Oh my god! Just get a baseball bat.
It's the same method, but you got to do it in the throat.
There's this
tube. Oh, I see.
In.
You put a vacuum on their mouth and you just suck it up. There's this tube that
goes on. It's similar. It's a tube that goes on, and there's a little 5-horse Briggs and Stratton that kind of hooks up to it with a belt, and you just fucking. And then it kind of goes in there and it drills it back in. It's a really complicated process, but
oh my god!
Hire a professional, please. Don't try to do it yourself. It is very dangerous. There you go.
Oh my!
That's knowledge you have now.
That is not knowledge. That is horror. That is you don't drill.
It's not a drill bit. It's just a tube.
So if you ever need a prolapse fix, go to 153 Apple Street, and the Robe will fix it for you. It's probably somebody's address, and they're gonna get a lot of views.
Just gonna show up.
He like peeks out his blinds because he hears like a van pull up. Someone just like the door slides open and someone crawls out with their prolapse dragging on the tar behind them. Oh!
Why did I pick the hottest day to do this?
Fix me. It's like cooking an egg on the
smell
sidewalk,
it
but
cooking on
it's your
pavement.
insides. It's your anal inside cooking on the pavement. Prolapse starring Chevy Chase coming to a theater near Cobal.
Oh my god!
In on that?
I hope to, when I'm an old man, be that old perv. That's what I aspire to be. I want to be an old pervert.
Well on his way, isn't he, folks? Well on his way.
You heard it here. Cobal, soon to be Herbert the pervert.
No.
He's gonna have an ice cream truck, but all it sells is jawbreakers that have become gelatinized.
A freezer in his basement full of lollipops.
Full of
popsicles.
If they're in the freezer, what's the good if they're in the freezer? They're already dead.
You want to enjoy a nice belt taking off party? No, Mr. Cobal,
Talk to
please.
me like that again, I'll slap you right in your penis.
You ever notice that little pocket that's inside of your front pocket on your jeans? That's for your little fingers to slide into.
You guys have problems. I didn't mean like that. I'm not gonna creep on little kids. That's fucking weird.
Like I said, well on his way, folks. Well on his way.
I mean, considering some of the avatars.
Cobal, take a seat. Why don't you have a seat, Cobal? I thought he was going to switch into Chris Hansen avatar.
I'm trying to find one. Look at this. Look at this fucking head on a table.
Is this mahogany?
It's fake.
What is he doing?
We've already had the discussion
Wait,
about
this
this
is
table.
this is a veneer, right?
Yeah.
Just
Table.
So there we go. I'm just gonna stand right here.
up.
Get everyone. There we go. I'm just gonna stay like
Table's
this.
like slate.
No.
It just breaks. Super easy.
Can you Doordash prolapses to you?
What the?
Give it to him.
Depends. I want you to keep my...
What was that? 123 Apple
2-pound
Street?
No, it's 135.
135 Apple Street. The Prolapse King.
Yeah.
Fix you right up.
Prolapse King.
Call 135 the Prolapse King.
Okay. Hold on. Let me.
We'll turn your outsides back in.
Hold on.
With a smile.
I don't even know what to. Let's not block the lady here. I don't even know what to say to you people anymore. I really don't. Holy shit! What is wrong with you?
Sounds like we got our first customer.
Ding dong! Someone's at the door. Oh yeah! Look at hanging right outside his jeans. It is. Fire up the Briggs and Stratton.
No.
It's been dragging on the ground for some time. We gotta hose it off, though.
Oh no!
Take the gravel out.
The easy way to do an enema. Just have the anus outside. Just hose it off.
Okay.
Shove it back.
That's how you go in for your colonics.
Anyway, lady, do you have anything to add before I end this absolute shit show?
Yeah. So I finally got my birthday dinner, and as we're driving through Peabody, I think, there's a big sign that says Bunghole Liquors.
Oh yeah. We were driving. Yeah, there's an actual place called Bunghole Liquors. and I thought that
So
was
I
hilarious.
looked online,
Did you stop?
and they have their own
No, we
t-shirts,
needed to get-
hats.
Oh, I bet they own it. I love
Oh my
it.
God.
We need to get those.
Should get
We
some-
need. Can we get? We should
Cobal,
get
you should pick
sponsored
up-
by
you should-
Bunghole.
Cobal, you should pick up a pair of panties that say that.
I mean, they're gonna have to fit my massive cock.
We've been over this. It's a paring knife at best.
Now you're just jealous.
My battery's gonna die.
Are you not plugged in?
I don't know where it is.
See, it's so impressive that she needs batteries.
Okay. You made my camera all fucked. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay. We're ending this shit show of a show right now. Holy fuck. Okay, everyone. Thank you for watching. This has been Unnecessary Rudeness. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, all those things that YouTubers say you should do. It really does make us feel good when you do it. For me, Cobal, the Robe, TommyNoSkin, and Lady, this has all been an experiment in how quickly we can be canceled. I'm surprised it hasn't happened already.
Like, share, and subscribe. Leave some comments. We love them.
Thank you for repeating what I just said.
Don't forget to
The
like,
host
share, and
not
subscribe.
listening.
We love them.
You're
Lady?
just...
Hi, bye.
Good
Don't forget,
night,
folks. Like, share, subscribe.
I will stab you with an elephant.
Tusk me, baby. Bring me to Tuscany and then tusk me.
Tusk me, baby, one
can't.
more time.
Tusk me in Tuscany. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.